God will reveal itself God will reveal itself through wisdom. God will be experienced as wisdom. The mind wants to know what wisdom is. It associates with the wise, those that are wise. To find out wisdom is to find out that what is wise. So the mind looks for something. It looks for something that it can associate with as that what possibly could be wise. But the wise is the wisdom. We have created, invented an idea that source is an object. This object is able to experience, witness, touch, see, hear, taste another. But the other does not have to necessarily be an object. It could be an imagination, it could be fantastical, it could be universal. But the object experiences that what it perceives to be outside of the object, and that for these two to connect, something in the middle has to connect these two. The telephone has a cable, a wire, no Wi-Fi nowadays. And it rings the other telephone at the other end. The two telephones are all that really is interested by the mind. Not interested in how, why, where. Through our signal, this connection is made. Wisdom is the connection. Wisdom is the act of connecting. Therefore, the sequence of object, signal, object, or outcome, source, is perceived to be the way that the universe works, the way God works, because it's the way humans work. The wisdom, the signal, is the only thing that is working. That at each other end are simply vessels to experience the workingness, the livingness, the beingness that we are. We are not the object. We see, perceive, touch, taste, experience, feel, associate with the beingness as a being, a body. To experience life, we have to take ownership of this body. But we are the life that is within the body. And whatever the body perceives, tastes, touches, experiences, listens to, visualizes. We are originally the wisdom, giving birth to what we perceive ourselves as the wise, so that the wise can reflect or project an image of itself as whatever it perceives, meaning the wise is intelligent. To see God, or to think God exists through intelligence, is to see it as that secondary source, which we can call the ego mind, which is secondary to the pure mind. We can see, or we can class it as the object, which is secondary to that what sees it. But to know God is to completely deny the intelligence and the wise. Eliminate these two, where only wisdom exists, livingness exists, beingness exists. Can one reach that point that one already is, where the projection is actually coming from? The projector and the film cinema screen, the projector is the wise. The screen is the intelligence. The wisdom is that what operates it. The wisdom is full circle. It doesn't start from the wise. It starts before the wise, from the intelligence. It has no beginning, no end. It circulates before the wise and after the intelligence. It connects the wise to the intelligence, and therefore reconnects the intelligence to the wise. But that what operates the wise and the intelligence is that what I am. Is that what one is. Whatever we are is circular. No beginning, no end. During the journey of this circular ongoingness, we take on many wise vessels, and we search through this wise vessel for intelligence of what we are. But we can never be found as what we are, because we are that what operates everything that wants to know what we are. This is the result. When God speaks, God brings everything back to its original state. God, or whatever God is, consciousness, it came first, giving birth to itself, its own consciousness. That's what we are. And through this consciousness we create a reflective impression of what our God is, so that we can experience ourselves as God, experiencing itself as whatever God is. When we rely on the intelligence only, we only see one way around a circle, the way back to God, forwardly back to God. And when we turn around and go within, we see our backward way to God. Same result, forwardly or backwardly. We have no end. We have no beginning. God has no end, nor beginning, but creates beginning and end as that circle, that wormhole, where all travels down when they become the wise from the wisdom they originally are. At the end of the wormhole is intelligence, a mind that gives the idea that we are living and we will die. But what can die? What keeps this circle alive is the axis of I. Because without I, without this towering, spearing place of birth, the circle falls, drops, disintegrates, and no more wisdom, wise, intelligence, no more God, no more us. But something lives on the other side, which runs parallel, simultaneously, in billions and billions of God, or billions of reflections of the same God, creating so much universe, so much cosmos, so much wisdom, so much wise vessels, so much intelligence, that this is infinite possibilities. And when you realize that you are infinite possibilities, what can fear a simple human life, being born and dying? This is just another moment of a colossal moment, which our mind is able to break down into time, so that we can compare a nanosecond to one life, and billions of centuries to zillions of lives in whatever vessels, or whatever wise vessels we take ourselves into, or fall into, intentionally or non-intentionally. We are infinite, incredible, ongoing, always, in all ways, one whole, moving, beyond, changing, living, loving life.